Hello, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you are a recurring viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support of my channel. I really appreciate you all being here. This is Tuesday, so here on BookTube, that means Tag Tuesday. Today, as of filming this video, it is also February 28th, which is a very special day for this channel. Today marks my 1-year anniversary of creating BookTube videos and being a part of this fantastic community. So I thought that it would be fun to celebrate with the BookTube Anniversary Tag to fulfill both sort of a celebration of 1 year for my channel being on BookTube, and sort of giving a thank you celebration for everyone who has subscribed to my channel and has made my channel possible, and then also be able to continue with the Tag Tuesday BookTube tradition. So this is a tag that was originally created by a channel called Read with Bintu, and it's called the YouTube Anniversary Tag, and I will leave a link to the creator's original video down in the description below. It's a really fun tag to use for your BookTube anniversary, so if you are a BookTube creator and you have an anniversary coming up soon, it's a super fun tag to use for that. So it's not very long, it's only 8 prompts, and I have some tea here, so I thought I would just dive on in with question number 1. How have you changed from your first video to now? I think the biggest way that I've changed from my first video to now is just really getting a lot more comfortable talking to the camera, feeling a little bit less strange about sort of, seeing myself projected back at me from my phone, feeling like I'm talking to myself, but also talking to lots of other people. At the beginning, it's sort of a strange feeling of going from talking to yourself to then talking to a camera, knowing that other people are going to watch it. It adds sort of another level of pressure, because I can talk to myself all day long just fine. But then when I started my channel, I would sit down in front of my phone and hit record, and it wouldn't feel quite like talking to myself or quite like talking to someone else. It was sort of this strange in between. And so I think it was just getting comfortable with talking to the camera, sort of learning how to make it feel normal, instead of just like you're talking to a phone, because that can definitely be weird at the beginning. So now I feel a lot more comfortable talking to the camera. It feels much more conversational. It still doesn't feel quite like talking to another person, and it definitely doesn't feel like just sort of talking to yourself, because there is sort of the realization that other people are going to be hearing you. But I think that's the biggest difference from when I started versus now, is just I personally just feel a lot more comfortable and a lot more like my natural self on camera. I don't feel like I'm having to project something that's untrue to myself. I can just sort of be more natural now, which is really nice. Question number 2 is, what video are you most proud of and why? And actually, I'm sort of equally proud of all of my videos. I guess if I had to choose a single video that maybe I put extra work into, I did a series a while back. I believe it was a 6-part series on Thomas Hardy's Jude the Obscure, where I kind of got really detailed into my thoughts and the plot synopsis and sort of explaining the novel. And I really had a lot of fun doing that one, and I think that's my biggest sort of series of videos. So I think probably I would have to say that would be the answer of what I'm most proud of. But I don't really have any videos that are necessarily that sort of production-wise outshine my other videos, just because all my videos are filmed on my phone. So basically all my videos are the same amount of work, so I'm the same amount of proud of all of them, if that makes sense. That's a little confusing. But moving on to question 3, what's your most popular video? I was not sure on this, so I did have to go and look it up in my YouTube Studio Analytics. And my most popular video is a video from, I think, maybe 6 months ago or so, and it is a review of the Kindle Paperwhite from 2021, the signature edition Paperwhite, which is the Kindle that I still currently use. And that was I think I called it my long-term review or something like that. And it has, I think, around 4,000 views. So that's by far my most popular video, which makes sense again because it sort of falls into the tech category. So I think it sort of left BookTube and entered YouTube more generally speaking, which sort of helped drive up the numbers. Question number 4 is, what was an unexpected surprise of being on BookTube? I think for me, the biggest sort of unexpected surprise is just the amount of amazing reception and community that there is on BookTube. I sort of caught whiffs and hints of that community back when I was just a viewer, of hearing booktubers talking about other booktubers, talking about read-alongs they were a part of or reading events that they were taking part in, and sort of getting a sense that there was a really great community. But there's nothing like actually joining that community and realizing how large it is, how welcoming it is. Everyone is so kind and supportive of you when you first start. I know when I first started, I was very nervous about trying to break into that sphere and get my channel noticed, and right away people noticed me and were commenting on my very first videos and really inviting me to be a part of the community, which has been absolutely amazing. And it definitely took me by surprise. I was not expecting to be able to enter the community as quickly as I did. I thought it would take a lot longer of sort of waiting patiently outside, staring through the glass, trying to break in. And the doors were swung wide open for me. So I think that was the biggest unexpected surprise, in the absolute best way. Question number 5 is, what's the hardest thing about creating videos for BookTube? The hardest thing for me is really just trying to plan what I want to do, because I have a lot of ideas, I have a lot of thoughts of what I want to do, and then also finding time for the actual execution of the video. So for being able to sit down, get my thoughts all together, have the perfect moment where my thoughts are together and I have time to sit down and film a video, and it all just sort of comes out perfectly smooth and I don't have to do any retakes or anything like that. Because I will sometimes sit down and I'll have an idea, but I don't have my thoughts completely together. So I stumble through a video and then I end up just having to trash it because it's not very good. And then I have to wait until I get the next opportunity to film. So that's probably the hardest thing for me, is just getting my schedule consistent enough where my ideas and my thoughts and my time all line up together. And I hope that makes sense. I said it in sort of a jumbled way. Question number 6 is thoughts on equipment. What has been the most useful piece of equipment you've bought? So actually, I've only purchased one piece of equipment for my videos, and that is a tripod that my phone sits on. And I think I got it for $15 or $20 off of Amazon, and it's just a little tripod that it's not very tall, it's about a foot tall, and it just has a little clip on the top for my phone to go into, and it has been absolutely fantastic. Before I bought the tripod, I would stack my phone up on a stack of books and sort of prop it against my wall, and it wasn't very efficient and it made the footage look kind of weird. So having a designated tripod that my phone sits on, it keeps the phone level, puts it at a decent height. That's definitely been the best purchase, and the only purchase that I have made for my channel. Question number 7, and I just see I got a low battery notice on my phone. The downside of filming on a phone is it blocks the screen when you get a notification. Question number 7 is, have you had to deal with negative feedback or comments? If so, how did you handle it? So actually, I've been very lucky, and I've avoided most sort of hate or troll comments. I have had a couple. I got one very obviously comment left by a bot on a video of a book about Russian cultural history called Natasha's Dance. And it was obviously a bot that generated the comment, because it was fairly disjointed and had multiple sort of negative feedback remarks that really didn't align with anything that I had said in the video. So I sort of knew that it was a spam comment. As far as comments, negative feedback comments from real people, I haven't had any that have been sort of hurtful or mean. I've had some comments that have been constructive in nature, but have been incredibly welcomed and helpful and sort of helping me sculpt my videos to be more along the lines of what I want them to be. So as far as hate comments or trollish comments, I've really been really lucky, and I've avoided most of those so far, which has been really, really nice. And that sort of goes back to the beginning of talking about the great community. Not a lot of my videos breach out of BookTube. A lot of them stay right directly inside of BookTube, and inside of BookTube is an incredibly safe space and very welcoming, and I don't think that I would ever get any sort of those trollish comments from within the BookTube community. I think that those mainly happen when videos sort of breach outside of BookTube and into YouTube as a whole. I'm not sure a lot of bots find our little corner of BookTube, which is nice. It makes it like a little sanctuary. Question number 8, the final question, is what advice would you give to someone thinking of starting YouTube? And the one piece of advice that I would have for anyone wanting to start a BookTube channel, a YouTube channel, what have you, would be just to put away any overthinking and sit down and film your first video and upload it. And just jumping that first initial hurdle of just getting a video up on a channel will help you so much. That's what I did. I was overthinking a lot of my ideas for my channel. I was trying to do a lot of prepping and planning, and I realized that really wasn't going to help me at all. So I just sat down and I filmed the BookTube newbie tag and I uploaded it. And then I just walked away and I just let it sit there for about 2 days before I went back and looked even at if anyone had viewed it, and just sort of getting a video up on BookTube and then walking away from it and letting myself stop thinking about how to start a channel, instead just shifting to how to have a channel. That helped me a lot. So that would be my main piece of advice, is just to do it. So that is the end of the tag. It's a fantastic tag. If you want to do it, please do. If you have an anniversary on BookTube coming up, I'm not going to tag anyone. It doesn't really seem like a tag that's suited to tagging other people, since it's sort of specific to having an anniversary for your channel. Before I end the video, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel and everyone who comments and interacts on my videos. I really appreciate you all so much, because you make my channel possible. I couldn't do it without you guys, quite literally. And sort of having this fantastic community, it makes it such an enjoyable process to make videos and post them here on the channel. And it's been an absolutely fantastic first year, and I am incredibly excited and very much looking forward to year number 2. So thank you all so much. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you would like, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now, and happy reading.